Deep in Egypt's Valley of the Kings, beneath the burning desert sun, one of history's greatest mysteries was waiting to be discovered. For years, British archaeologist Howard Carter searched the ancient sands for a tomb that many believed had been lost forever. Then, in November 1922, everything changed. Carter's team discovered a single stone step buried beneath the sand. As the workers continued digging, more steps appeared, descending deep into the earth. At the bottom stood a sealed doorway, marked with the ancient royal seals of a forgotten pharaoh. Howard Carter made a small hole in the doorway and held a candle inside. When asked if he could see anything, he gave his famous reply, "Yes, wonderful things." Before him was a chamber filled with treasures that had remained hidden for more than 3,000 years. Golden statues, decorated chests, weapons, jewelry, and countless priceless objects filled the tomb. Among the discoveries was the magnificent golden throne of Tutankhamun, decorated with scenes from the life of the young pharaoh. There were also ceremonial chariots, preserved in the darkness for thousands of years. Deep within the burial chamber stood a series of magnificent coffins, placed one inside another to protect the body of the king. And then came the most famous discovery of all, the breathtaking golden death mask of Tutankhamun. Inside the final coffin lay the mummy of the young pharaoh, untouched for more than 3 millennia. The discovery attracted worldwide attention. Lord Carnarvon, who had financed Carter's expedition, traveled to Egypt to witness the incredible discovery. But only a few months later, Carnarvon suddenly became seriously ill in Cairo. On April 5, 1923, Lord Carnarvon died. Newspapers around the world immediately began searching for an explanation. Soon, a terrifying story appeared in headlines everywhere. The pharaoh's tomb was cursed. According to the legend, anyone who disturbed the eternal sleep of the ancient king would suffer a terrible fate. But despite the growing fear, archaeologists continued their work inside the tomb, carefully documenting and preserving its treasures. As the years passed, other people connected to the discovery also died, adding fuel to the frightening legend. The story spread across the world. For many, these deaths were proof that an ancient Egyptian curse was real. But modern science began searching for more rational explanations. Some researchers suggested that bacteria, fungi, or other dangerous microorganisms inside ancient tombs could possibly have affected human health. Yet the most important fact was often ignored. Howard Carter himself continued working for many years after opening the tomb. He lived for another 16 years and died in 1939 from natural causes. Today, Tutankhamun's tomb still exists in the Valley of the Kings, visited and studied by people from around the world. Thousands of tourists travel to Egypt to walk through the same ancient valley where Carter made his extraordinary discovery. The golden mask of Tutankhamun has become one of the most recognizable symbols of ancient Egypt. But one question still remains. Was there truly a curse hidden within the darkness of the pharaoh's tomb? Or was the curse of Tutankhamun simply a legend created by coincidence, fear, and sensational newspaper stories? Perhaps the truth is even more fascinating than the myth. The tomb was real. The treasures were real. The deaths were real. But the curse, that is a mystery that may never truly disappear.